welcome you to our Saturday morning training. I want to give a big shout out to all of you who have tuned in across the country, Canada. People, this week has been an amazing week for growth, leadership, and we've had some amazing calls with some amazing individuals who are jumping in and have decided to become a Beachbody coach. So we're going to cover a lot of information today, really good stuff. But before I start, we got two visitors from Florida. They came all the way to Las Vegas for this training. No, just kidding. They came here for fantasy football. But yes, they're here. John and Karen
Swanee.
Yeah. We talk about UFT being a family. Our culture has always been about getting people involved in our business, but also believing in their hopes and dreams that everything is possible in this business. And I know Beachbody doesn't lead with income, but a lot of people are making a lot of money. Why? Because there's millions of people out there that need our help. They need to lose weight, they need to get healthy, and it's just an incredible opportunity that it has been afforded to our family and to friends, and we just love paying it forward. So thanks for coming. So one thing we want to cover today, I know there's some great questions that have been going on. We got a lot of brand new coaches, and they've asked about how they get paid and what happens to cycles. And one of the things is one guy got paid. He had a whole bunch of volume on one leg, and then the next week it was gone. And they're like, well, what happened to all my volume? Well, what happens is Beachbody calculates every single week a new week. However, and this is why it is so important, and we've trained everybody, be an emerald. It doesn't. Emerald is the most important position, because if you can have hundreds, you can have thousands, you can have millions of people on one leg, and if you are not an emerald, you cannot capture that volume. Now, and one of the things that Beachbody has said that is, once you're an emerald, and let's say both your guys quit because for whatever reason you got to go find two more. However, as long as you stay active, you will continue to bank that volume. And that's why it's so important to be home direct. If you ever drop out, and there's no excuse about this, if you drop out and it goes to zero, all your volume flushes. Let me repeat that again. If your business center goes to zero or under 50 PV, you lose all that volume. So it's important to stay on home direct. Any questions on that?
I have a question.
Yes.
If you delay your shipping, is that?
It doesn't matter.
Out?
It's on Wednesday night, when the business office closes at 9 o'clock, at 9:01, if you do not have 50 PV in your business center, you flush. So that's very important. So make sure. And if you're on home direct, so let's say, for example, let me give you a situation. If you have a customer who purchased $500 of the product, and you are on home direct, and let's say they didn't like the product and they send it all back, and you got a minus 400 in your account on PV, as long as you are on home direct, you're grandfathered in. Let me repeat that again. As long as you're on home direct, that's why it's so important to be on home direct, because if there's a back charge or somebody cancels an order and it puts you in the negative, you flush your volume. But if you're on home direct and the same thing happens, they guarantee your income, your volume will always stay there.
At least 50. I mean,
At least 50. Yes, over 50, yes.
Yeah, and you need to call to activate that when you notice that negativity.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, all you have to do is just call, and they're really good. Coach Relations is really good about that. So.
And you have to have been on home direct.
Right.
Don't jump on.
Yeah, that's correct. You can't call them. You can't call Coach Relations that day and say, "Hey, put me on home direct," and then call again and say, "Hey, my volume flushing." No, they're going to look at the history of it. So they want to make sure that you are the product of the product. So again, those are some very important tools, very important situations that you want to take care of right now, so that you do not fall in that category. Because believe me, it happens all the time. So a couple of things that I want to cover today before, I know we talked about, people are getting leads, right? You're getting leads, they want to know how to get healthy, and they want to know how to get wealthy, right? So they want to make money. So we're going to talk a little bit about, what you need to do to help these individuals or you as a person to start up that conversation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover some of this stuff, and then I'm going to have Bart and Mel come up, and they're going to talk a little bit. She didn't know, I just threw it on her. I'm going to have her talk a little bit, both of them, about maybe role playing, maybe asking each other questions, because you know what? They're in the ins and outs of the email campaigns, what's going on, the questions that are being asked, and so forth. So those are things that we want to make sure that you understand. You have the most powerful tool in probably the industry, probably even the world, when it comes to social media, technology, strategies. I mean, it's just an amazing product, NBC Dot, and what we built with the blog strategy. So what we want to do is make sure that you understand where you can get the support and maybe have some examples of being able to do this. So I'm going to cover, again, cycle bonuses. We talked a little bit about that. And some individuals have had really good weeks in the past couple of weeks. Their volume has exploded. One of their legs was their strong leg. Now it's their weak leg. They're like, okay, how does all that work? Well, what Beachbody has it is they call a master flush. Can somebody explain to me what a master flush is that they read it? Okay.
After you go 5,000 cycles, they're doing one master flush in 5,000 cycles.
Correct. So that's a great point. So Marty brought up that once you reach 5,000 cycles and you have one strong leg, and once you cycle 5,000 times, whatever you have on that strong leg flushes down to 5,000. Doesn't zero out. It goes down to 5,000. Now, that's why it's so important for you to have your legs pretty balanced. My legs constantly, every week I cycle down, or I keep really good contact on what's going on with it, or I strategize over the next 6 months of where I need to be in volume in certain business centers to make sure you're not losing volume in certain areas. So one of the things that you should be looking at as you're building this business, or you're just getting involved with this, is know where you're going to be in 6 months from now. You need to write down your goals, and you need to write down the incomes that you want to make, and then strategize and implement those strategies so that you are falling in at 1/3, 2/3. Any questions on that? Okay, so keeping your volume. Again, as I talked about, I just talked about staying on home direct. But as you start to cycle on both legs, you'll start seeing in your back office where you're at. Now, some people don't understand that as long as you are banking, let's say, for example, you're a 2-star diamond. And what's a 2-star diamond make? The max, $4,000, right? A week. So let's say you have enough of volume for $6,000. And what happens to that $2,000 that's left over in volume? So it stays on both legs. Just because you didn't capture it doesn't mean you lose it on your weak leg. In some companies, a lot of companies, on your weak leg, you get paid on your weak leg. That's where your income is at. In some companies, it flushes. Well, Beachbody allows you to keep it. That's why they have that master cycle after 5,000 cycles. Because you could be an emerald, have 2 runaway legs, and not do anything, and you'll never get to the 5. I mean, it'll take a long time for you to get to 5,000 cycles. So again, that's why Beachbody has put some of that stuff in there. Any questions on that?
You might want to clarify, because a lot of times why people might have a huge, massive amount of volume one week, and you max out, and the next week it rolls over, because it just depends on when a majority of your group enrolls. So you might have, because it's based on auto shifts, like home directs, and it triggers throughout the month. So that's why 1 week might be more, the next week might be.
Right, absolutely. And here's the thing. This is what we were talking about. Me and Sue were talking about. If you have a massive enrollment on 1 week, what's going to happen? 4 weeks from now, you're going to have that same volume come go. It's going to explode 4 weeks later. If you sign up everybody here, and sign up nobody in the next 3 weeks, you always know you're going to get paid on that 4th week, right? That's why you want to spread your your organization as you grow and your organization gets bigger, it will just continue to grow and it'll do it itself.
Can we just do massive enrollments every week?
Absolutely. Massive enrollments every week so that you don't have that problem. So, one thing I definitely want to cover, and I don't know if this is a good time to talk about it, but I think it is because of the fact that there was a company, and we didn't have to go into the company, but it was shut down this week by because of certain distributors going out there and saying income claims about their company and how much you can make, how much you can do, all this other stuff. And I wanted to make sure that we all understand you are an independent distributor. So you need to understand when you're going out there and promising people stuff, you can get into some serious problems. And that is something that you need to protect yourself, because when you see everything that we put on MDC Dot or anything like that, we always put independent Beachbody coach and then we put the disclaimer on there. It is very important that if you put anything else out there, that you put that disclaimer out there. And that protects you and it protects the company. Because I guarantee you, if you go out there and you're doing some stuff, Beachbody will terminate you in a heartbeat. So, and I know, because I know people here that have gone out and talked to people and say, hey, you can make $1 million, or you can do this, or you can do that. And I've had to have that conversation with people because that is not who we are. And if you're doing that, you need to stop that right away. Okay? So income claim is very important. And I talked about this, so I think I can get out of the way and start talking about more information. So is there anything I did not cover or you want more clarification? Yes, Mark.
On that income claim, I think it's great to tell people, like, look, I can't promise you how much you can make, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you can't promise me how hard you're going to work, but what I can promise you is you're going to have all the tools that helped all these people become some 6 and 7-figure money earners and more if you want.
That's a great point Mark just said. One of the things that, and that's why it was our mission to have something in your hands so that you can go out and talk to somebody and say, when they ask you, okay, because when you're talking to people, they want to know what system you have. We built it the hard way, very difficult, belly to belly, one-on-ones. I mean, I've done more presentations than, thousands and thousands over the years. Now that the internet is out there and Gordon, I don't know if you guys know Gordon, but he lives here in Las Vegas and he's a doorman at Cosmo. But I see some of his posts and some of his stuff. I mean, it's amazing. But he's really good on the internet. And I see that and I'm like, wait a minute, he can sign up 10, I can sign up 1. I think I like to sign up 10 rather than 1 because the internet is so powerful now. When we started it, we didn't have, like I've always told this story, we didn't have that. So we were building one-on-ones, we were building home parties. There's no right or wrong way. It's just what skills do you have to be able to do that? So that's key in building your organization. So what we wanted to do, again, to answer Mark's question, is we don't want anybody to fall through the cracks. We want everybody to be successful. So we have the UFT training. All you got to do is go to uftcoach.com, get your training. I had a phone call yesterday. Well, Bart was sleeping. I'm not going to go there. But a guy called me, and he was asking me questions that were in the training. I was probably like, Bart, like, dude, go to the training. But you know what? Because it was one call, right? We always talk about being in relationship building. You know what? I was on the call. I was nice, and I was like, okay, great. I answered every single question, but it was basic stuff. When you got a team of, growing really fast, you have to have something that duplicates because you don't want to be, we get into this business for freedom, right? And if you don't have freedom because you're stuck on the telephone for hours, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, then that's not real freedom. So we built the UFT training, the MDOT system. The MDOT system is an incredible tool. And, I know you guys have seen the development of it, and you've seen how much we've progressed. But the guys that are coming in right now, they can't believe this tool because it's just an amazing product. So, like Mark said, we can't promise you how much you're gonna make, but we can promise you you'll have the best tools, the best technology, best social media, best email campaigns, best imagery that you will put in your hands. And the price that MDOT is just, how much do you think an MDOT like that would go to any other company out there for what you
I would pay $500 just for the system alone.
So imagine what's in your hands and how powerful it is for that price. So I just wanted to put that out there about what we're trying to cover, what we're trying to accomplish, because we want to put this, this is going to be huge. Yes, Mel.
I was just to speak back on the income plan too. Like, I know for me, any personal emails I send out, it always has that on the bottom of every email. So that's something you may want to add into your signature of your emails. And even the Shakeology thing about supplements, that you're not diagnosing anything, all of that is in every email I ever send out on my personal side, not just the
Absolutely.
summary.
Absolutely.
It's important to have that.
That is so important because we are. Is that? Yeah, in the earned income statement for Beachbody, it says on there at the very bottom, you can just cut that, copy it, and put that anywhere you want on your emails. Remember, we are a retail company, product driven, customer driven. And if you focus on that, I'm telling you, you will be always in line, and you will be obeying Beachbody's rules. And that's our culture, and that's how people are making a really good income by just helping people get healthy and fit. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move out of the way. I'm going to have Bart come up first, and he's going to walk you through a couple of things, and then both of them, Mel and Bart, can talk a little bit about the email campaigns that Mel was instrumental in writing, in some of those campaigns, individual campaigns, so that people can understand the powerful emails that they have in their hands. So, Bart, go ahead.
Yeah, let's ignore all the emails, because what we did basically, I don't think we even need that, we're not going to show anything, are we?
Okay.
No, I'll just talk about it. I mean, open your email, and when you get an email that says somebody wants to find out more about making money or getting healthy, you have to think to yourself, if somebody said, hey, Mel, I'm really interested in losing weight, getting healthy and making money. Do you know what to say? Okay. Do you all understand that? When somebody puts in their information in a website, it says, lose weight and earn money. And they put in their name, their telephone number, their email address, and they click submit. What are they telling you?
I want more information about that.
Exactly. Okay. So what happens when they opt in, they see a video. It's introducing Team Beachbody that talks about getting healthy and making money. So when you receive that, what I do, if they have their telephone number, I pick up the phone and say, hi, this is Bart. Thank you for showing interest in getting healthy and making money. I would love to chat with you. Please give me a call when you have time. I'm here for you. All right. And then I send them an email. So the next time you see somebody ask, what do I do when somebody asks me how to earn money and get healthy, you'll know what to say.
Ask Bart.
Thanks. I get a lot of that too. So. Tim, you've just been banned. No more Saturday training for Tim. I needed that laugh this morning. So anyway, that's basically what it is, guys. You just, when somebody requests information, you'll see it in your deal. What if it says funnel? Listen, it says funnel doc getting put together. That's the page they went to. So the strategies kind of working these days. So when they opted into a site that says lose weight and earn money. And then it talks about the 200,000 customers a month that are given to people, reps. It talks about all that. And when they request that, it goes to a page that plays the Beachbody video. The first time when I talked to them, the first thing I asked them, I said, well, what'd you like best about the video you saw? Well, I really haven't seen it yet. So I said, the email that you just received, open that email and watch the video. Do you know why? Because you don't want to explain it to them, right? Because how easy. The first time you ever heard about Beachbody, could you go to your friend and explain it to them? Well, okay, yeah, exactly. So I don't do presentations. I won't do it. I won't do it. Why? Because nobody can duplicate that. If you want to build a successful business, you leverage the tools, you let the videos do the talking. Because the one thing I want to know, there's three things I want to know. Well, there's really one thing I want to know. I want them to be able to tell me this. I'm ready to get started. I have some questions I want to answer. Or no, I'm not interested. That's all I want to hear. Okay? And they can do that in 10 minutes if they watch a video. So do you see how that kind of shortens the recruiting process if they want to become a customer or a coach? I mean, really, guys, leverage the tools. This is how I've been doing it for, well, 10 years anyway. I mean, the first 18 years, I knew what was best. I was going to do all the talking because I'm, sales and marketing guy, and I sucked. I mean, I was a complete failure over and over and over again. There's no way anybody could do what I did, okay? But when I learned how to use the system and pay attention and not be the message and let the tools do the talking, I had some success, it works out well. And what we have here, what we've been putting together for 14 months is a complete system from top to bottom with all your tools that I don't care if you've never talked to anybody, sold anything or anything. If you have a passion for getting healthy and fit, I mean, if you like what you see with Beachbody, say, hey, I have an idea I want to run by you. Do you mind if I send you a video which kind of tells you what I'm doing now? I have an idea I want to share with you. Do you mind if can I send you a video and let you watch it, and I'll give you a call in a couple of days, or just give me a call? Could y'all do that? I have an idea I want to share with you. Okay, I just started the new deal. I'm really excited about it. Can I send you a video kind of explain what I'm doing? That way you can see if this is something that you would be interested in. Y'all follow me there? Hey, I just started Beachbody. You've got to join me now. How would you respond? Let me ask you a question. Anybody ever received a message on Facebook hey, you got to check out this deal on man. We're in pre-launch. You got to, please click this link and join me or watch this. Does anybody ever respond to that? Anybody ever respond to that? Well, why would you think your friends would? I'm not saying that anybody in here does this. I see it all the time. Man, I turn into Big Papa when I see that. I hate that. It makes us look like a bunch of amateurs and rookies when you see that. You do not want your team doing that. And I tell you, I'm very adamant about that personally with my group. Okay. I don't like people seeing that, I'm a professional. I'm a network marketing professional. And you want to be too. That's why you need to really pay attention on how you post on social media and LinkedIn and stuff like that. But it really, that's why I recommend everybody watch Randy Sean Social Media 101, because he really does a nice job on educating you how to portray yourself on social media, how you want to be portrayed. Portray? Not betrayed. I felt like that sometimes. Anyway, okay, so when you get a lead, these are people, more than likely, that filled out a form because they're interested in getting healthy or making money. It could be one, it could be the other, it could be both, so you never know. That's why I say when I get a lead, I call them. I just leave them a message. Hey, this is Barbara. Hey, thanks for showing interest. I received your information. I understand if you're interested in either getting healthy and fit or possibly making some money from home. My numbers, I give them my number, I let them call me. Now, do I go chase these people down? No. I don't call over and over and over again. I reach out because, why? Because I know they're going to keep on getting emails from me because that's the way we had the system set up. So I let that handle it. And I'll send them a personal email too. Not from my MDOT. I'll send them a personal email from my own email address and say, hey, thanks for reaching out. Hey, I just received your information. Just wanted to just let you a voicemail. I understand that you have interest in getting healthy and fit or possibly making some money from home. Hey, I'm here to answer your questions. If you hadn't had a chance to watch the video, be sure and look for the email from me and watch the video that was sent to you. That'll answer all their questions. So that's the way I do it. I've kind of been all over the place. What have I not covered, Pete?
Any questions on that?
No technology questions, please. No, really, really, you just, no questions, really, because you have to think to yourself, if somebody came up to you and said, Sarah, I saw the stuff on Beachbody, I'm really interested. You have to think to yourself, what would you say in that event? Okay, that's it. You see me say it over and over.
Just asking who's using this system.
Huh?
Who's using this actual system that's being laid out for us right
Who's using it?
now? Yeah, I mean,
Who asked that?
No. How many people are using MDOT right
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
maybe if we have a better idea.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think pretty much everybody realizes that it's, I mean, like Gordon said, I was talking to another 7-figure earner that just came on board with us, and I was going through all this stuff, and I said, Joe, go to, I sent him, I have a redirect to my Getting Put Together page that's coded with my personal, MDOT user ID. I said, Joe, go here. And he said, wow, that's a pretty cool blog. Click on About Us. And he saw that picture and said, dude, I said, this is a pretty awesome blog. And I said, where did you build this? I said, dude, this is part of our marketing system. I said, and this marketing system, and it actually has 37 different landing pages and lead capture pages. It has all the email campaigns built in it. It has, this personalized blog. And how much do you think the system aligned for this would cost you? I said, man, I don't even want to think about how much something like this would cost. When I told him it was $24.95 a month, he just said, well, I won't repeat what he said, but he's, to say the least, he's pretty excited about that. Guys, I mean, this stupid Aweber, it's just an email service that you can have contacts in. It's $19 a month, and there's no landing pages, there's no emails written, there's nothing, okay? Get a response about the same price. You really want to get high tech, you're going to go with Infusionsoft. I know this is probably a way above what people know about. Infusionsoft is a marketing system that you can create lead pages, you can create with email sequences and stuff like that. No way in the world would I ever try. Yeah, you have to create everything. And that's $150, $200 a month. And you have to know how to do that, or you have to pay somebody a lot of money to do that for you. But there's no blog, there's no health and fitness blog, there's no new content, there's no traffic going to it, there's no strategies behind it. You're paying $100, $150, what do you think, Gordon?
For what?
Infusionsoft,
Oh,
basic account.
easily $200.
Yeah, $200 a month, and you still have to build everything.
You gotta split this, and you better, like you said, hire somebody to split this with you and test it all out and
Right.
see what works, and you still
Right.
gambling.
Right,
It
exactly.
won't work. Sometimes I tried it.
Yeah,
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work.
yeah. Then there's something that some of the coaches are out there using that they can have. It's a replicating blog. Okay, it's a replicating blog that they can have their own. They can put their own information on there. You have to do it all yourself. You have to do your own footers. You have to put your own information. You have to update everything. Mark.
The cool thing about it is, I don't really think, and I'm being honest, what you guys really have in front of you. I really don't. I don't think you guys know how important this is to your business. It's good to have it, like Barb just said, it's good to have it, and it's coded to you, and this, if you're not using it, and you don't know how to use it, you're dead in the water. I'm paying $25 a month. Okay, so what do you think it's gonna do for you? Like Ed McMahon's gonna show up and put a check on your door? You gotta really know how to use it. Go in there and use those landing pages are a bomb. Go in there, I don't see anybody really, other than if you're doing a task or not, going in on their own and copy and pasting a link on 21 Day Fix or
Yeah, science, all the new stuff. I mean,
That's
yeah.
all badass.
I mean,
great stuff. You know what I mean? So you just every once in a while, if you're sitting at home, you're watching TV, copy and paste stuff and put a little thing there. Boom. If your whole team is doing it, not just you, the whole idea is independent team Beachbody. Get your people to be independent as fast as you can. So you got to make sure not only you and maybe we understand it, but does your team understand? Especially the people that are out of town that don't get this every week. Okay? Everybody takes this for granted. This office, this is that. You know what I mean? Don't take it for granted. Use this stuff. This is a third-party tool that's unbelievable. Not only the building, the blog, the this, or that. Everybody needs to go in there and start playing with it. Screw it up with you. It's like doing a presentation. If you're afraid of it, don't be afraid of it. Screw it up. We'll fix it.
Yeah, and more than likely, there's actually a training at UFTcoach.com that
Right.
kind of explains everything how to do.
No, I know.
Thank you so much for your comments. No, I'm just saying, it's there.
Why not? If you have a problem or a question, call your upline. Let them walk you through it for 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute phone call.
Right.
And it makes more sense. Copy, paste,
But actually, if you do the training, Mark, you don't even have to call anybody. I mean, it's there step by step. I mean, really, step by step.
Right.
Everything's in your training, and be sure and put your coaches into the UFT training. Because I mean, basics. I mean, how to set up your Beachbody site. It's simple stuff.
Absolutely.
You know, and you never want to be customer service. But I think it'd be really good. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate those comments because it is kind of a cool system, and I don't, you know, it's just yeah.
Just to tag on that a little bit, it's just like if you sending a video from your Beachbody back office, you're never going to send a video unless you've watched it. So I've been taking the last week and I've been reading through all the email campaigns because they put that at the bottom of that page. And I'm reading each of the email campaigns because what Bart just said was the key. They're getting this, they fill out the form and they're going to the Team Beachbody video. I wasn't totally clear on that. So now I know where they're going. Now I know how to talk to them. And I want to know what the emails are because if they call me up after the third email went through, I better know what that email said so I know how to respond to them because you don't want to sound, you know, out of place. So
Exactly.
take the time and read those email campaigns. They put them out there. Know your stuff. Use the system.
Cool. All right.
Speaking of knowing the campaigns, I got a question. When a few people go through the funnel, they would put on a campaign called First Email. I can't see it.
No, it's not. It's cold opportunity. If you go into one of your leads that you got, Marty, click on the contact. It says cold opportunity,
Right.
not the first email.
That's what it comes up. It came up. I was questioning about it. It says First Email. in campaign there.
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, in the drop down?
Yeah.
Yeah, the drop
Well, I
down.
know, but that's not the. But if you push on any of the leads that you receive, what does it say? It says opportunity. It says. Yeah, frankly, I don't even know what the new first email thing is. I've never looked at it. They put that in there. I've been getting a lot of questions. Hell, I don't know. Call in on, you know. and I tend to know everything about the system since we put it together. But no, that's one thing I don't have a clue about, and I'll find out Monday. So Zach, what is this first email? Explain that where it goes. So
It could be just the first email and called opportunity. So go to the bottom, just look at that. That's probably the first one you get.
is that it else? Thanks. I didn't know. So you know, I just recruit. So help people get helping a bit.
I'll train you.
Okay. But I think it would be good. I want Mel to, because all these new email campaigns are coming in that we're putting in. I want Mel to go over all the different emails. Because what we did, I wanted Mel to kind of, because there's nobody that knows these products like Mel. Okay, I mean, great. Because she really knows that, and she has a ton of people that are that not only utilize and have great success. And one of her clients won $25,000 because she did what Mel said and used Beachbody products. So I tend to listen to people that are really, really successful and know their stuff. So I had Mel to help me with all these different email campaigns from customer to coach on all different aspects, different things that people purchase. And then we had our folks in MDOT, we just made sure and crafted everything so it would always build value. And I'll let Mel come up and explain. Start. Diamond Coach, Mel Diamond. Come on up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
I didn't say start out.
Not yet. So, all right, can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. So when are they coming this next week or so?
Yeah.
Okay, I know we're
Yeah, they're in there. They're
tweaking them and, yeah, and all that. So, one of the things that I know that many of my coaches have come to me and said, you know, we have something we can send out to people because you guys get the leads from Beachbody that either have just signed up for a free membership or they have Shakeology that they purchased one time, whatever it be, fitness program, challenge pack, whatever. So my thing was we should have campaigns in there that we can just put them on when those people are coming in. That kind of helps cultivate them to A, purchase more, or B, to become a coach, because that obviously gives them some savings. So we're going to have a campaign that is for the person who just signs up for the free membership. And it starts with, thank you for signing up for this free membership. It introduces you and says, I am so-and-so, your Team Beachbody coach. And then goes on and explains, actually it goes into, you should enter the challenge, because even as a free person that has the membership, they can also enter the challenge. So it talks about that. We'll have a video that they can look at that describes the challenge for Beachbody. And then the next email starts talking about maybe you should take a look at an actual fitness program. Maybe you should take a look at Shakeology. And it continues to build. Also mentioning the opportunity of coaching as well as those emails continue to build. So you're already kind of cultivating that relationship in there. And then you're starting to say, you know, there's this other opportunity as well. It saves you 25% on your future products, on every month of Shakeology, so on and so forth. So there's that for the free membership. There's also one for a person who has just signed up maybe for the VIP upgraded membership, which we know also gives you access to Beachbody On Demand. Again, same premise of cultivating that as well. Then there is the Shakeology HD. So a person that has purchased on Shakeology HD, and you get gotten that lead, or even one of your customers that you've talked to.
Yeah, sure. Mine HD is auto ship.
HD is auto ship for those of you who don't know home direct auto ship. And then there's also the one-time Shakeology purchase. So if you have anybody that you walked down the street and were talking to, and they said, yeah, I'll buy a bag of Shakeology, and they bought the one. Well, now here's their opportunity to put them on such a campaign that can cultivate them into going to the auto ship as well as the coaching. There's just purchasing a fitness program. So someone just purchases whatever 21-day fix. Again, walks them through that process. Always mentioning the opportunity as well. But what's great is it's also a way to mention it without being like, sign up with me now. You know, thanks for buying, but now sign up with me as a coach. And then also the challenge pack one as well. Shakeology sampler too. I think they sent that one over too. So someone who buys a sampler of the Shakeology, again, cultivating on there. What else are you trying to remember?
I'm trying to remember if there was anything a free.
Oh
free
yeah, I
fitness
did a
program.
3-day refresh one as well.
Okay.
And then I'm actually
Oh, those for reset.
I'm almost done with that one. So working on the ultimate reset one as well, because those are some programs that's, you know, I have a lot of people just buy the 3-day refresh. So being able to cultivate those relationships, and now you're not necessarily having to come up with all the words because it's there. But again, as you drop those people into those, it's going to work the same way. You have to pay attention to what's happening in your MDC dot account. Again, read the emails that are going out to them, know them, and be able to pick up the phone and articulate to them what you want to say. And, you know, as Bart was saying, if someone's dropping their information on your regular ones, what are you going to say to them? But think about what you're going to say to them, but think about what you would want to hear if you were the one who dropped your information. What would you want someone to say to you? And practice that, you know, practice everything that you have available to you and know it, so you guys can do that. You know, I had a conversation with a lady the other day who dropped her information, and the first thing I said was, thank you for putting your information into I think I said the landing page or whatever I sent to her. And I said, clearly you're interested in losing weight and making money, because that's what you dropped your information to. So what interested you enough to put your information in there? And then I just let her talk. And she was like, hey, I need to lose weight. I really need to make some extra money. I got 3 kids at home. And it just kept going and going. And so then you just start listening to what they're saying and ask questions, again, that lead them into answering more. And so she wants to look at more information. She wants to really look at this. And that's all you need to do. I mean, it's that. But think about what you would want to hear too. You know, if you were that person who wants to lose weight, or you're that person that wants to make money, what is it that would spark you to be interested in looking into it further? And then let the campaigns keep building and going. I mean, if you don't have the phone number, send those emails the same way. Thank you for responding, you know, dropping that in. I wanted to touch base with you personally, like you said. So
Yeah.
yes.
It's very clear to understand it's about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is. It's not about you. And once people switch that mindset, they're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because you know what you need to do, and you know ultimately you want to have that goal. But you can't put it and stress upon it, because they'll read that, you know, they'll see it in your voice, they'll hear it in your voice, they'll see it in your email. You have to clearly listen, shut your mouth, listen to what and how you can truly help them, and give them the proper tools to do that, and it's done deal.
Yeah, and sometimes less coming out of your mouth is better.
All day long. It took me 20 years. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You can tell me that.
So, I just want to give an example, like when you get your free leads from Beachbody, like I think you suggested this for me, is maybe wait 3 or 4 days and then find a landing page, video or an article to send to those people. And that's what I did to one of my free leads. She had purchased one of them kits, and I think I sent her a Shakeology campaign. Added her to the Facebook group, and tried to just hopefully get her anyway she became a coach.
I want to make sure everybody understands these are not free leads. These are people, paying customers that want to get healthy and fit. So, because I don't want people, these are just not leads. These are people that purchase from Beachbody and they want to get healthy and fit. So, I mean, when you talk to, especially the only reason I say that when you're talking to people, if they're interested in your business, is that we get by doing some simple productions, they give us customers that already said they want to get healthy and fit, and we get the benefit of anything they ever buy. I mean, the only reason I'm saying that because these are just these are a lot more powerful than just leads right there. But that's why we have those campaigns specifically. You'll see all the new drop downs, and I think it might even. But I love the Shakeology. That's what I said. I just had two of my pre-custom. Okay, I almost said free leads. I had 2 people upgrade to the Shakeology home direct this month. And I didn't talk to them once.
Yep, and make sure you're moving those people from your coach online office to your MDC doc, so you can keep track of that, because it's way easier to do it in there than on a coach online office. And then that way you have them right there and you can follow up with them. And I've told my coaches 100 times, use the task to remind yourself. It sends you an email. When you put that task in there to follow up with somebody, it sends you the email. So utilize that, so you're always on top of that. So what else do you want to touch on?
I didn't take anything else.
Okay. Anybody, anything else? Great. You have one more question.
Is there still a restriction on that sampler pack? Do you know?
From
'Cause I bought it-
Beachbody?
Yeah,
I know
from
they have
Beachbody. I
restrictions.
bought it once and I tried to buy it again and they said you could only buy it.
Yeah.
So there's still a
For its
restriction
own
on it?
person.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a bummer.
I don't know. Once you call customer service, they'll probably be the best one to answer that. I don't know because
I think it is still on.
Okay.
But by the time you buy that and then spend the money on the shipping, you might as well just buy the bag anyway. Yeah, exactly. It's $8 a serving is what it comes out to. You might as well just buy the bag.
Kind of like buying a bag of Shakeology. I mean, if you buy a bag of Shakeology compared to a challenge pack with a club membership, it's like $8 difference, guys. And plus, there'll be 25 if they sign up as a coach. They're saving the minimum $10 a month. Even on a club membership, you're saving $10. That is your absolute best pricing. Buy Shakeology. It's in Canada coach. I don't care if they never talk to anybody about the business.
Yeah.
That's your absolute best pricing.
Yeah, it is. Anything else? Good?
Thanks.
Cool.
Guys, one of the things that I really want to recognize is, Mel has been putting in a lot of hours doing this, and this is voluntarily that she's putting this time to help you grow your business. So let's give her a round of applause. I know we've covered a lot of information, and for the next couple of minutes, what I want to do is just give you a free for all. Is there any questions that you might have that you're struggling with MDOT, or you're struggling with the business, or talking to somebody? Because I know I was reading, there was an article, a Facebook post. Someone said, man, I talked to 50 people in my first week and nobody's joining me. We talked about 50 people, and those are 50 people that you lose the opportunity without sending them a video, without just sending them something, rather than trying to do it yourself. I know the excitement is there, and if you don't know enough information, you kind of sound like you're throwing up on people.
Just for an example, what a day is.
So, any questions at all? Yes.
So I know we streamlined introducing Beachbody to people and all that stuff. And do you think we'll get to a point where we streamline training people? Because I understand going to the training site is great, but some of these top leaders are streamlining that and making it more personal and doing like training groups. You know what I'm saying? So let's say 21-day, get you started right group.
You know what? The philosophy has been, there is no right or wrong way to build this thing, right? Some people do fit clubs. Some people do a different type of training that Beachbody has, all that stuff. My thing is a difference in philosophy. My business model has always been leading with business and health at the same time, because I want to be able to have somebody grow a residual income and be able to have financial freedom for the rest of their life. Some people want to sell and just retail. And that's great. I mean, we all sell and we all retail. But again, the philosophy is, some of the training that Beachbody has, for the next 30 days, you got to do specific items and you have to do posting and all this other stuff. Well, when you're trying to prospect an attorney or a doctor or somebody who just doesn't have the time, they're probably not going to join you. So again, like I said, there's no right or wrong. It's just, somebody just said right now, listen to the conversation of where that person is, and then you can put them in that group. As far as if you want somebody who wants to build a solid business, that they want to retail and help people be healthy and fit, you know what? Then you bring them into UFT. If you want somebody that wants to do challenge groups or wants to do something else, then you find that group or you create that group. Because there's people that created that group. UFT is not an end all be all. But what it is setting the foundation for someone to be successful. I've always talked about for the past 5 years. We've worked. Before we met Bart, and we were doing like 4 hours a week. I mean, for us, I know these guys are making a lot of money, but they're putting in 10, 12, 14, 15 hours. And I'm like, wow, that's not freedom to me. What we wanted to do was freedom to be able to travel, to be able to do what we want to do. And that's what that's why we built these tools, to allow you to have that freedom. Because when you got a team of people, like Mark just said, a team of people that are posting, they're sending all these things out, your team is growing. It's just like I built my business home parties, right? I did my home party, and then pretty soon I had other people doing home parties, and then they were doing home parties. See, that was back in the day, right? And it still works, but somebody might not want to do that. But I still had that duplication process going. Well, now you can do the same thing. I know it's a long-winded answer because there is no really quick answer for that.
Like Mel's doing this very voluntarily, all the email campaigns. If you or your team want to create that kind of a training thing and have it on Facebook, and you think it's so good, and it's, someone else can plug into, let us know if anybody can create that. I don't have those talents and skills to sit in front of a camera and record that stuff. I don't feel comfortable doing that. If anybody does, create one. They're right in the back office. The online office is all those basic training. If you think you can do one that people can see your face and that it's really attached to, make one, create one. And if it's something that everybody really likes, we can send, like, maybe I get a Gordon and a Bart. Now, you know what? Gordon would be great for that training. I can send him there. Bart might be better off with Bob's training. Let's create some things. If you think you have something and a great idea, create one. It's clean and simple and that everybody can use. If it's that good,
See, and just to even further that, remember I've always talked about branding yourself. You brand yourself to a niche that people are going to look for, to you for that niche. If you don't brand yourself, all these people that are online, they branded themselves to a specific niche, military or fitness or whatever the case may be. I've always wanted to brand myself to be able to attract network marketers with the system, right? Remember, I've always said that. So to me, if you want to brand yourself, I mean, we had a conversation earlier. I said, hey, all these Shakeology questions that people are asking you, and why don't you have like askmel.com, just on Shakeology or be that expert. But somebody took that domain name away.
It was me. I'll get back to you now.
but see, that's a niche because she's an expert at what she does, right? So you guys can say, man, under 20, or you can't say that no more. Yeah. So that can say under 25, under 25, brand yourself in that arena. So everybody here has a niche to brand yourself in that arena. So that's a great question. But again, remember, you're an independent Beachbody coach. You do what you want to do, but always remember, if it doesn't duplicate, you want it out of your organization. Because you can have massive people sign up, and then they're like, okay, what do I do? And if they don't do nothing, they go away.
Yeah, I think streamlining the process would be good, especially with the younger crowd. They don't know about all that internet stuff. And a lot of top coaches, 5 stars and up, they have proven systems that's been duplicated and killing it. So business is great, and then you got some of the other people that they just want to build, they're not network marketers. They just want to build the other way. Well, I would like to learn from a 5-star or 6-star that already has a proven system in place, but just a little training system to get coaches started right so they won't slip through the cracks. Because if they're not they're duplicating like right off the bat, they kind of go away.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And,
Find one that you like, that you see on, that someone has a series of them, and do them yourself.
Yeah, that's what
You're
we're
gonna come from the camera now, just do it. It works. You think it works?
I mean, for me, like, I understand what you're saying because I have young guys, old guys. So what I do is I make videos. I do video marketing also. I learn from guys with systems and stuff. But I've created banners where I took a correlation of what people else is doing and I duplicate with banners. I just get memes, stuff like that, and I give them to my team. And it's been working for them because, you know, if you get creative with what you're doing, it kind of like gets catchy. Then you're going to start seeing that your mind shift change because I do a lot of, you know, stuff there. You might say something to a younger crowd, like I might have a college student doing the same thing with his dorm versus somebody that's 65 years old that's want to get in the same business. But if I make it easier for them where I can shoot them to a video, shoot them to a banner, share this, and I can cater it for them and I start engaging with them, now they start giving me input. And then I start making stuff for them and I just let them duplicate it because, you know, everybody got their own niche and their own thing that they want to do, especially you might have something that you just zone in on. And then that's gonna be your baby, like, oh, okay. But what's gonna happen is, what about the next person that you could be, that killer guy that you've been looking for that can get 10,000 in the drop of a hat? Then you gotta be well-rounded, but you gotta get creative at what you're saying, what you're doing, how you're gonna figure that out. Is all comes down to the person in the mirror, and that's what's worked for me. I mean, the only reason why I'm not a diamond coach right now is because I didn't move around people fast enough.
They were just signing people up, that's all. And that's a great point.
You're dormant, right?
You know,
You're around 10,000 people a day.
Oh, trust me.
Invite.
Well, yeah,
absolutely. And here's the thing, within the UFT, there's enough of successful coaches that build different ways, right? I've had this question asked me all the time. Would you bring, again, I'm not saying this to be derogatory, but I wouldn't bring some other big leaders that are not that are financially connected to my organization in here to talk about something. The reason why I wouldn't do that is you got a brand new coach in here that says, well, I want to join her team. So, and that happens. Remember, in this industry, that happens. And so you want to make sure that you brand yourself as the expert so that people know that you know what you're talking about and you're in the right place. So again, you gotta be kind of careful about that. Because when you start listening to all that stuff,
That's why I said take what you like.
Right.
and a lot of it's,
yeah,
You know, I kind of look at it like this way, like Beachbody programs, the workout programs, you choose the one you like. And as long as you press play and actually do it, it works, you get phenomenal results.
Right.
What you've done with the MDC is you've created that for the business side of Beachbody.
correct.
But unless you plug it in and hit play every day, it's not going to work. Same with your workout program. So you've got to do it.
Absolutely.
I think too, and I've gone through this in the past, being consistent, sticking with what you're doing and then letting it work, pay attention to what's working, and then keep doing it. Because if you decide to do something and then, well, that's not working fast enough, so I'm gonna do this, and then you have nothing.
Yeah, that's a really good point because you see somebody at Summit and they say, hey, how do you grow your business? And they say something that's not duplicatable and you switch your focus to do that and it doesn't work for you. Then you go do something else. You do. What I'm trying to teach is just the fundamentals of business. Something that duplicates, something that you can use with MDC dot, the videos and all that stuff. And we are in the process of creating a really good opportunity presentation that's professionally done by professionals that's going to be rocking that you'll be able to have at your fingertips with MDC dot. And this is something that we've been working on. And I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's going to be done right and it's going to be professional. It's going to be branded to the UFT. Nobody else can use it. So if you don't, and it's going to be within your M.dot account. So that's something that we're definitely working on. So I know. Right? Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I've always said this, and I've always wanted to create something to to help our team. And now we can honestly say mission accomplished. We've accomplished it. We're done. It's up to you to run. I said this 5 years ago, coming up Labor Day. I said, I do not want to work this business more than 5 years and I want to retire. So this year in Labor Day, this is my 5th year, and I said I was going to retire because I have enough income. I don't have to do anything anymore because of what I've been able to accomplish. So I have to make a decision: is do I want to retire and just let the reins go and let other people become successful? Because that's the way this business goes. But I see so much what's going on, and now I'm going to start building for myself. I'm going to start going out there actively recruiting and branding myself, and I'm making another run. So that's going to require a lot of time for myself away from being able to be up here every single Saturday training, because I'm going to go on Eric Ward talks about if you really want to make another run, you got to be 6 months. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on a 6 month run. So to lead with that is what we want to do for myself. And if somebody wants to carry the torch and do your trainings on Saturday, that's fine. What I'm going to be doing is I'll come up once a month, the first week of Saturday, once a month, to come up here and help with training or do something in that nature. Also on Wednesday nights, same thing. I'll do, so every first week of the month, I'll be here for the Wednesdays or the Saturdays. But other than that, I'm going to be on the phone, recruiting, branding myself, doing stuff that I'm going to be able to brand myself as an expert. So I'm going to be working, because I got a website. It is a really good, I can't believe I got that domain name. Sue found it. So that one's being developed. It's you don't have to askbill.com. Right. Well, again, because and so I know you guys are gonna love this one. Is coachbasics.com. That's a really good. So I'm gonna brand myself as an expert in building the basics in this business. So I'm gonna try to go get leads and get people to become coaches and customers, because I'm gonna go on another run. So that's why what I wanted to mention today is starting this week. Once a week we'll be doing that. So but once a month, excuse me, not once a week. So if you want to step up in the buildings here, I know those of you that want to take over and do some great things here and accomplish some great stuff, you know what? It's right there. You got all the tools, you got everything ready. Now it's time for you to run. Because I'm running, so I'm not retiring, everybody. So I want to let everybody know we're excited about making another run because everything we've built. I just think it's tremendous. So with that, I want to thank all of you for being here. Canada, Massachusetts, California, everybody around the country, brand new coaches that jumped on board. I'd like to see you guys in a month from Johnny Karen from Florida. Thanks for coming. Tony Romo. Cowboy offense. All right, guys. We'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Oh, yeah.